Whoa, what's up, everybody? How you doing? I know I haven't been on a lot of IG lives, and I haven't been on them in a minute because I've been so busy working so hard and all this stuff, trying to set the studio up, and I'm running this whole thing by myself in here. You know, just a couple of technical problems happening. Oops, let me 1 second. All right. I didn't put a desk there to rest things. But hope everybody heard the announcement. You know what? Let me just show you something. It's not, you don't have to be perfect all the time. Look in the back of my camera right there. Look at that ghetto hole right up there. I just noticed. I was like, how could they not have the light fixture, even if it doesn't work? Why is it looking so damn ghetto in the back? All right. But you know what? That's what we do, entrepreneurs. We figure things out, right? All right. So anyway, welcome to Power Shift Your Week, run a show. And, I usually do this on a Monday, but I've been so busy with, as you see, Black Entrepreneurs Day. Thank you for Chase for Business for, sponsoring Black Entrepreneurs Day, where I'm going to be giving really amazing people time to spend with all of you, to talk to you about what they've been through in their lives. And, a couple of the guests that I have coming on and I want to tell you, not just to promote this, I want to tell you about how this came about, but a couple of guests I'm going to have on is LL Cool J, Bob Johnson, Jamie Foxx, Gabriel Union, who else is on there? Oh, Shaquille O'Neal, the big man. You can't forget about the big man. Of course, we're going to have Chance the Rapper. He's going to be performing, as well as Questlove. And this thing is free, and you're going to be able to get it on all kinds of different platforms. But they're going to give you information. It's going to be like a big block party about what they're doing today, how they've gotten to where they are, the challenges they've had, and all those other things. And then we have, the General Insurance, who is helping my Game Changer means, where we're going to be talking about, or Game Changer discussions. And we're also giving out grants. And it's funny. As I was talking about it just now, people started dropping off. We're giving out 7 grants of $25,000 to different companies, and it could be you. And that's free money, $25,000. But a bunch of people just dropped off as I was running through because they thought it was an advertising and a commercial, and they probably just didn't get to hear about the 7 grants of $25,000. And you're going to be, when you're pitching these grants and you're going for these grants, you're going to be pitching it to people like Chase for Business and Intuit and the General and various other companies where they may be looking at you to invest and or help you in various other ways. So make sure you go on to blackentrepreneursday.com and you sign up, and you sign up to compete for the grant, and you just pitch. And it's a very simple way to do it, but you got to do it from December, from where are we at? October 6th to I think the 12th or the 14th. Because Black Entrepreneurs Day is going to be on, I believe, October 24th, and we need to have all those pictures. Yeah, we're going to be on October 24th, and we need to have all those pictures in so we can pick the winner. And then we're going to highlight some of the winners, so everybody who's going to be in there is going to see your businesses. Think about if Shaq saw one of your businesses, or LL Cool J, or Bob Johnson, or Gabriel Union, or Jamie Foxx. Think about if any of them saw your businesses right there, and they may want to invest in it or be part of it, right? So really, thank you so much to a lot of people, all the people in my company, all the people at Medium Rare who helped put this thing together. It was just an idea and a concept, and we all came together and said we need to be able to empower other people. So Power Shift Your Week, I always try to give you some good things to think about during your week. I know we're in the middle of the week. I've been a little bit busy, but let me go to my oh, by the way, I want to shout out NAACP, who's going to be making sure the grants get issued the proper way, because they've been doing that for obviously many, many years. All right, so according to research compiled by HR software company Zenefits, more than 600 U.S. businesses with 50 to 500 employees, 63.3% of the companies said retaining employees is actually harder than hiring them. Retaining employees is actually harder than hiring them. Now, I want you to think about that, because you see, turnover in a company is a huge hemorrhage to a company, because now you got to bring in more people. You got to onboard those people, and then after you onboard those people, they have to then go and treat customers a certain way. And if you keep turning over these people, what happens? There's more time that you're spending trying to hire and educate the new staff than being able to take care of your customers. And sourcing people in your company is the hardest thing ever to do. Now, I want you to listen to this, because you could be on the employer or on the employee side. But think about it. When I started FUBU, we always had a 05, right? But that was, you heard the story. There was one member who never stuck around. We wanted to be 5 of us, so it was just 4 of us: me, Keith, Carl, and my partners, Jay, right? And the beautiful thing about Keith, Carl, and Jay is that every time I wanted to give up, they didn't want to give up. Every time they wanted to give up, I didn't let them give up. But we knew the role that each one of us played, and we were all excited and very, very passionate about the business. It's the same when you have employees. Now, why is it easier to hire an employee than it is to retain? Because, of course, everybody's on their first date when they come to meet with you, and they think that you're going to do great by them, and you think that they're going to do great by you. But it's a learning process after that is where you can lose people, or you can have people become your biggest ambassador because they're in your company and they're saying, I know somebody else that works here that you should get, or this and that, because there's a great culture here. And how do you retain good people? I can't say I'm an expert at it. I mean, I do have very, very low turnover. Why? Because I like to have an open door policy. I like to test people. I like to reward people, hopefully. And I'm sure some of my staff are listening to me now going, yeah, okay, buddy. But I like to listen to them. I like to listen to what their challenges are. What do they want to do? Is there another area that they could grow in? On the weekends, if I have something to do or need to call my employee, I hate calling and bothering my employees on the weekends, because that's their time. Really late at night, that's their time. I try not to text people unless I really need them, because I know that I'm entering into an area where they are getting personal texts from their boyfriend, girlfriend, sister, dog, brother, mother, whoever the case is. And if my text comes in, there needs to be some level of urgency. Now, if it's during the business day, maybe okay, but I'm definitely trying not to text them at night, or call them at night, or call them on the weekends, or call them when they're off. Even if I am doing that, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying I'm sorry to bother you, or, I know that it's the weekend, or if not, I'll just send an email. Because what happens when I send an email, they open up emails in their work email when they're in work mode. Right? So that's what I try to do to make it a little bit better. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Do I have an idea at the last minute and I just got to share it with them? Yes. Do I call them with another idea when their list is already this damn big and they're like, the boss has another damn idea? However, I do also let them tell me, boss, are you sure that that's a good idea? What do you want to get out of it? I joke, but the president of my company does that often. Actually, almost all the people in my company do that often. They go, what exactly are you trying to get out of it? Yeah, so how are we going to go about that? Well, would you like me to take this person off of this job that you already asked them to do this job that you just kind of had an idea on? Did you really think this through? And they talk to me sometimes like I'm a goddamn child. You know what? I go, forget it. But that's because I can listen to them, because I hired them because they're smarter than me, or I hired them because they think a different way from me. I hired them because they're of value. So when you hire people, or when you're in some place, if you could have that line of communication and respect, then you're going to retain people longer. Some people may be in one area of your company or in your business, and they're like, but I never get to do anything in the charitable area. So think about that. You don't get to do anything in the charitable area. This is somewhere where you'll say, okay, well, we don't really pay much in that area. And they'll be like, who said I wanted to get paid for that? I just want to be part of change. So what do you do? Right? That's how you retain really good people. I did something for a very, very large telecom company a couple of years ago, and it was, they invited in 300 of their top their CEOs, their chief whatever officer, chief branding officer, chief this, all the C-suite people, chief information officer. They put them in groups of 10. So that was 30 groups of 10. They said, and this was 3 or 4 years ago, they said, we want to see your 2020 vision. And the reason we want to see your 2020 vision is if you all think the company needs to go this area, we want you guys to pitch You got 30 groups. Pitch what we should do for 2020. And if all of you guys agree and whatever group wins, we're going to do it. Why? Because all of you are the ones who are in control of the budgets and the checks. So when they put them in the groups of 30, of 10, excuse me, the 30 groups of 10, they didn't put all the retail group in one, all the tech group in one, all the legal. They put legal in with a retail person, in with the customer service person, in with a marketing person, in with a branding person, in with this and this and that. You know what they found? The most brilliant ideas came from the attorneys on branding and marketing. Why? Because we've all been put in a box in our lives, right? And we all are. Daymond can just be a waiter. Daymond can just sell jeans. You can just do makeup. You can just do branding. You're just an attorney. It doesn't mean that just, oh, you're a doctor. You're a doctor. What do you know about marketing? But the attorneys realize one thing, that half the time when the branding divisions and all those other areas or marketing or public relations brings something, or celebrity sponsorship brings it to the attorney, it's almost fully baked, and now the attorney has to redline it. And they got to mark it down because, okay, from a litigation standpoint, this doesn't help us. From practices and standards, this doesn't help us because it's a conflict with this. This is against labor laws. This is against this. This is against that. Instead, the attorneys realized if you help bake it with them from the beginning, then you saved 60% of the time of them having to swat down things, and you spend more of that time realizing where things should go. Now, am I getting off track? Absolutely not. But how many people here have had one career, whether they were an attorney, whether they were a doctor, whether they were a brander, whether they were a physical therapist or whatever, and moved into someplace else because you found value in someplace else? If you give those opportunities to people that work for you and or with you, if you see they got stars in their eyes about certain other areas and they want to go in that area, well, then maybe you do a win-win. Listen, I'm not going to give you any more money for doing that, or if you want to spend an extra hour a week or 2 hours a week in that area, no, I'm not going to pay you because this is on your time if you really want to do it. But if I see some progress in you, hey, you know what? I'm open. When you keep good people like that, you start to expand your brain, you expand your company. Other people in the company go, wait a minute, so forth was just working next to me, but they're really excited over there. And you start to get them excited to feel like there's other opportunity. People just want to grow, right? So just think about that fact. And, what I want you to do as a challenge is I want you to start thinking about how you can broaden opportunities to the people you work with, strategic partners, to people that work for you, to even people who are servicing you. Somebody could be a coder for you, or somebody could be a designer, a manufacturer, and stuff like that. And start to and ask other things in other areas. Now, of course, remember, if you're an employee, please do me a favor, still do your job. Do the job that you're hired for, do the job that they expect of you, because you don't want to say, well, I was over here doing that. Because if you were over there doing that and you weren't doing this, well, then they're going to think you're going to do a half-ass job if they transfer you to there, or they give you a piece of that too. So that's a couple of things that you can do. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring on somebody, whoever it is. I don't have anybody planned today, who wants to talk to me and ask me some really good questions. So start putting your names in there, and I'm going to bring some people on here. And I didn't even see this thing scroll, and I haven't been shouting people. Hey, did you check out my hardware? I haven't. Just like everybody else, I'm just opening a lot of stuff from my office and everything else. Look at that hardware. That's earned. Look at that. That's just a little sprinkle or something. Those are my Critics' Choice Awards. Those are my Emmys and stuff like that. I'm really happy about that, so I'm proud about that. I don't usually show those type of things off that hardware, but really impressed. All right, so let's bring somebody else in. All right, let's see, who do we have here? I'm going to tell you why I'm picking I am _ Hey, Ginger. What's up? Thank you.
What's up, Daymond?
What's up, man?
Wait, hold on. I can't hear you. Hold on.
Where are you?
I'm in Puma right now.
You're at Puma?
Yeah, I work on the retail.
Oh, cool.
Sure.
We did a Puma collaboration last year. That's very
Yeah,
nice, man.
sure. How's everything, man?
All right, so you know what? You know why I picked you? Because you had a your name was there, but you had something on there said discipline. What was underneath your name?
Dedication, discipline, desire. Thank
You
you.
know what? You see that? You know, I there was a bunch of people who asked for me to talk to them, but I always say put yourself in 2 to 5 words, and you put yourself in 3 words. I love it. Where are you based?
Thank you.
Where are you
I'm
based?
based in New York. I'm based in New York.
All right. It's all right. You got a question for me, man?
Yes. Wait, hold on.
Take
Sorry,
some time.
yeah,
Take some time.
okay.
Take some time.
Employee turnover rate. I feel like marketing is very important. Do you feel like marketing is very important for a company? Like, I feel like some big major companies kind of fail in that division because it's like they can't please everybody, and of course you can't please everybody in business. It happens. Now, how for growth? How do you feel about like employees wanting to grow? How can management help that happen?
For somebody who wasn't ready with a question, that is that is a really great question,
I read
right?
a lot of your books. That's why it's like
No, I appreciate that. So
no
listen,
problem.
marketing and branding and advertising, those are all different areas of communication externally to your customer, whoever it is, whether it's you personally or whether it's the company, right? And
Yeah,
yeah, of course, people fail in it because, like you just said, you know, a lot of people put out wrong messaging or they're not on the right page. Like you see a Gucci with a black
yeah,
face, or whatever the case is, right?
yeah,
And why would Gucci have a black face on their thing? Because they don't have any people of color in their company designing, and they may have seen that art from something that was from the 50s or the 1800s, and they
yeah,
may not realize where it came from because they don't have necessarily the breakup of the amount of people in their company working for the people they're serving,
yeah,
right? So that becomes like anybody else. Like, you know, if you're going to market, advertise, and anything else like that, have a representation in your company of who you're selling to:
yeah.
LGBTQ, veterans, African Americans, females, elders. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. So that's how they get to do it. And I know you're at work, and they're probably like, "Yo, what's up?" I mean,
I'm
you know,
I'm off the clock right now. I'm good.
are
I
you
got
good?
time.
Because they're probably
Yeah,
like, "Why are you in the corner right now?"
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I'm off the clock right now. I'm good.
So how does that happen? That happens from the top down. When management and or people upstairs say, "Are we representing who is in our stores or who is on our site buying from us?"
Yeah,
You know, so that's how you get the effective marketing. And even then, it doesn't mean it's right because I'll give you an example. You and me, we're African American.
exactly,
But and you and me, we may believe in one thing or another, but not every African American is Jamaican, is Haitian, is
exactly.
African. Not every one of us thinks in glitz and glamour. We may think of a more of a backpack rapper. We may think of spoken word. We may be into glossy. We may be into fighting for rights. You
Yeah,
can't communicate to black people all the same, and people think that you can't communicate any
body the
color,
same way. Exactly,
any religion all the same. And people try to just come up with these cookie cutter formulas when they don't know about us,
exactly,
and they fail.
exactly.
That's a good question, man. So
Thank you.
why are you up the clock? Are you on lunch? You about to
No,
leave? Or you
matter of fact, I start at 2:30, so I'm here early. You know
all
what
right?
they
Well,
say about being there early.
absolutely. Remember, if you're on time, you're late.
Exactly.
I need to take
Oh,
my own advice because I'm almost always late. Sorry, brother. So I don't want to act like I'm better than everybody else.
it's
I
all
need to
good,
get my
bro.
shit
It's all
together.
good.
All right. Well, listen,
I
man.
appreciate
I hope maybe you have a company or something where you check us out on Black Entrepreneurs Day. That's my
copy,
joint back
bro.
there. I'm gonna have a lot of people on. You know what I'm gonna show you on there? I'm gonna
Yeah,
show you how Bob Johnson created BET and influenced LL Cool J, and then LL Cool J became a star, and then he influenced me, and he allowed me to hopefully influence you.
exactly. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
You got it. Thank you,
Salute.
man.
No problem, man.
All right, right. There we go. Listen, that young man, he said he read my books already. He was at work early, and he just hopped on and took advantage of the opportunity I saw in his name, in discipline and dedication and various other things. I knew I was going to have a good conversation with him, and within 5 seconds of seeing his name, I knew I wanted to talk to that young man, and he did not let me down. That's as easy as it is sometimes for you to get that connection. I may see him. He lives in New York City, so I may see him one day, and he works at Puma, which I buy stuff from. I may see him one day walking down the block, and he go, "Yo, remember me? I was in Puma, you know, in New York City, and I asked you these questions, and here's my name." Just that simple. And I will stop there. I stop for everybody, but we will already have a connection. It'll already go back in my mind to go, "Oh, I remember this guy. Hey, man, what are you doing today? I remember you always on time. Matter of fact, you're ahead of time. I remember you read my books. I remember you know how to put yourself in 2 to 5 words." Simple as that. That has happened to me so many times in my life when I was on the other end of that conversation, when I ran up to somebody or I spoke to somebody that I respected and valued, and we had a simple conversation. Later on in life, I would see them and they would remember who I was, and we would have a better conversation. And later on, we'd have a better conversation. All of a sudden, somehow we're partners or doing something like that. I got King Batch on here. Is King Batch on here? If he's on here, I would love for him to speak to me, because, you know, this guy knows about influencing people. But I'm going to bring somebody else on. Oh, here he is right there. There we go. Look at that.
My brother,
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing? Can I
I'm good.
ask a
Where,
question?
huh?
Can I ask a question?
Of course you can, man. And I'm going to ask a question to you too, but go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So my question is, all right, having an idea. There's 2 ways to do it. You can do it the way that can financially suit you, meaning you may cut corners and get it done, or should you wait and spend the time and pay the right people, which may be more expensive, to get it done?
Man,
And the reason I ask this is because the way I look at it is like building a house, right? You can build a house and you can hire people like that are standing outside Home Depot. You can pay them whatever rate that is and get it done to code, right? And then you'll have to maybe break it down and start over, or you may get lucky and it may be up to code, or you spend a little bit more money and get the people who are trained in it and you know, get it done, but it may be more expensive.
you already know the answer, and that was part of my question with you. When you were on Vine initially, right?
Yeah,
Did you pay people on Vine, or did you help build that thing slowly?
I built it slowly.
When you built it slowly, you create a big, strong foundation. And when Vine went away and you moved over to various other platforms, your foundation was there, and nobody could mess with your foundation and tell you what you should be doing. As a matter of fact, you probably then got people around you and said, if you could do it better than me, I can recognize it because I know the fundamentals of it. And if you're selling me some bull crap, you got to go, because I already can see through it, because you knew a little bit of everything you needed to know. So
Right.
whether it's you're building a house and it's not, if it's not on a strong foundation, that thing is going to crumble, and anything else. And it's a slow and steady path. I blinked my eye and you went from, I don't know, from a little kid to a grown ass man, super educated, super influential. And I just blinked my eye. When to you, it feels like it was forever, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
there's no such thing as an overnight success.
no, I mean, what I meet you 4 years ago or something like that? 5
Yeah,
years
like 4
ago?
years ago.
Yeah, you know, and you and most of those people that were on Vine, a lot of those people, they dropped off because they didn't know how to transition, and or they had inflated numbers, or they didn't capture their people, or the content they were giving was not strong enough for somebody to say, I gotta find this person no matter what platform has changed. But you've
Right.
managed to do that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hard work and dedication.
All work and dedication. So listen, man, I appreciate you, man. Listen, you know, I'm doing this Black Entrepreneurs Day, man. I'm giving away, you know, 25,000 to 7 different people. Plus, I'm gonna have on this Shaq, Gabriel Union, and you know what? I'm probably gonna hit you up for some other stuff down the road and do something with you, man. But I just even appreciate you being on here, because I'm a little bit older. You're the new Daymond Johns of the
You
world,
look
man.
22. You look
Yeah, well,
22,
I
D.
appreciate it. But there goes the Grays. Whoop! Watch that thing go back there. You know. All right, brother. I love seeing you, man. And let's holler when this thing is all over.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. There you go. So King Bass, you don't even know who he is. I mean, I wouldn't say you're on another planet because he speaks to a younger generation, but he speaks to a lot of people, a lot of really great content. Him and Amanda Cerny and a lot of them, they are our future. They will find ways to, out of nothing, listen, I'm on television and he has more followers than me. And I'm on television like the damn Kardashians or CNBC. So he's obviously giving out good enough content and he's finding a place where he can, really let people enjoy what they're seeing and what they're doing. So shout out to him. And if you want to learn about social media and various other ways to have really great content, follow King Batch. He really, really knows what he's doing, and you can learn a lot from that young man. All right, I'm going to bring on one other person to see who we have here. I want to bring a female on because I want to get a female's point of view. So by some of these names, I can't tell. This one I can definitely tell. It's the girl. I really want to bring on somebody from LGBTQ as well. That'll be cool, I want to give everybody some love out here.
Hi.
What's happening? Are you dressed?
Sorry.
Hello? Oh, you got cut off. Love you long time. Hate when that happens. All right, one more person. I like this person's avatar, is it called? Waiting for shit. Here we go. And it says connecting. Says connecting. All right, come on. I want pick somebody young. You raise your hand. I'm gonna pick you. Can I go with you, TGA? TJ declined. See, I'm trying to get people in here. I'm gonna do one more, and after that, I'm going to Ruby. Ruby, what's up, Ruby? All right, I'm picking Ruby right now. Have a question ready, Ruby. Hey.
Well, hello.
You looked at me like, yo, what were you waiting for? I've been here.
I looked at you like that, and I looked at you because I'm so shocked. And I'm full of so much gratefulness. Oh, my goodness. Okay. First of all,
wait a minute. Let me look at that wrap. Let me look at the wrap. Let me
oh,
look at
you
the
see
hair.
me?
Can I see the hair? Let me see the hair. There you go. Do it.
See it?
Bang. That is all right. Curly fries, like my daughter.
Yes. Okay, so I am in Daymond on Demand. I've been in for, I think, about 2 weeks now, and the information is so amazing. And
I
so,
love that.
yes, and so it prompts a lot of good questions. I am a young owner of a vegan, cruelty-free skincare brand. And when I say young, I mean, like, I started the company in April. And
okay.
but what I'm working on now is balancing who I am with the brand and marketing the brand while also marketing myself. I'm also an actor and a creator and a content creator. And so my question may be a little too broad, but it's just, how do I balance marketing who I am in addition to my brand?
So I think your brand, vegan, cruelty free, got it. It is clear, right? We don't want to torture. We don't want to torture our little furry friends to try to look beautiful, because that is actually ugly, right? Vegan, because obviously people's skin and health, right? You okay? Okay. So your brand says it, but you're beautiful. And in all forms of it, right? If you are a content creator, if you are an actress, if you have this passion, people want to get behind you for whatever it is, and they want to be able to brag about you. They want to say, "Oh, you see this? Oh, you got to check." And what's your name?
Ruby.
You got to check out Ruby. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Ruby will never do me wrong. That it can't be cruelty free. Ruby will never do me wrong. Right? So that is who we buy into, good, bad, or indifferent. And I'm not going to get into politics. We see whoever people are doing now, people are buying into what they want to buy into. You see it on all levels of the world, right? Whether it's in comedy, whether it's in politics, whether it's in Shark Tank. When I'm looking at Shark Tank, I think that's a perfect example. I see really great products, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll buy one. I'll try it, or I'm going to invest in this company because I want to be next to that person right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Right?
love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you know who's really good to follow? I forgot the name of this makeup company, but these two sisters,
is it the
and
lip bar?
no, but the lip bar is really good as well. The lip bar is really, really good. I'm gonna try to bring her on one of my IG live because we were on this show and it became very controversial because, as you know, well, I think you know, but in our industry, it's called the color industry when you're doing lipsticks and color. And Kevin O'Leary called her a colored cockroach.
Yep.
Everybody was like, "Oh my God!" He just basically called, said a
Yeah.
racial slur. When
Yeah.
she didn't take it that way, she understood, and I was sitting there. I would have been like, "Yo, homie, what are you doing? You can't."
Like, what's up?
But all right, so tell me more about the line. How many? So you just started it, and where can people get it, or give you ideas, or follow through with you, or kind of give you suggestions or comments? Tell me about the brand right now. You have your time to speak to everybody.
Yes. Okay. So the name of the brand is Lola Bells Beauty. Our Instagram is LolaBells_beauty.
And by the way, you're going to type that in the comments.
I sure am. Let me do it right now. But so we started. Oh no! Stop calling me, people. Okay. As an actor, I mean, my face is important, right? Like, I can't show up to an audition with really bad acne, and I struggled with acne all the way through high school and up. So, and I had a hard time finding products that worked for me. And I mean, I realized that a lot of my acne personally came from stress. Like, I was a 19-year-old mom. I joined the military 6 months after my daughter was born.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much for your support. And so I served 6 years as military police in the Army. And then as soon as I got out of the military, I graduated college and I moved to California. Like, I've always just been driven. Well, all of that dedication comes with a certain amount of stress. And so my face showed it. And I could not find products that worked for me. And I went about creating them myself. And so now we have a lab that creates the products, FDA approved, clean, COVID safe. And I'm just really at a place now to where I'm nervous. Oh my goodness, I should not be this nervous. I'm in front of the camera all the time, but you make me nervous, Daymond. Okay, but I'm at a place now to where I'm allowing people to hear my story. And so it's so perfect that you've asked me, a little bit about myself, because that's why I was asking about mixing me with my brand, because I've never told my story before. I was shamed to be a 19-year-old mom.
Let me tell you something. Are you crazy? You look like you're 19 now, and to hide a story like, I dealt with adversity as being a 19-year-old mother. Then I served our country, and I was military police. I was policing the people or serving our country. I get out, I go to college, and then I'm still a mother. Obviously, you know that. And then I go on and take on the toughest thing in the world, as being an actress. And at the same time, I want to make sure that we don't hurt animals and we don't hurt our own skin. And I'm going to start another company in the middle of a pandemic. You don't think people should know that story?
Yeah, now I do. I had to get over myself and get over the shame and realize that my story is more powerful. And I had to learn to own it. And that's where I'm at right now, is owning my story. And so I'm so thankful, because I want people to know who I am, for the sake of my brand and for being able to just inspire people. Because
I want people to know too, because that is a beautiful thing, and sometimes it's a downside of our amazing people to work and save our lives, protect our lives in this country. You're so selflessness. You don't ever care about yourself. The people that put themselves on the front line for us only care about everybody else. And you're a mom, and that's another thing moms do. They put everybody else first. It's time for it to be Ruby's time, and it's not selfish, But
Yeah.
people like us want to get behind Ruby, you know, because we've seen how much you've gotten behind other people. That's why I love what I do. You know, I've been blessed to have this life that I have because of people supporting me and giving me a public stage. So you got to tell your story, because I don't know if it's I don't know if it's the brand or it's you. Who are people going to be like, I need you to write a book. I need you to be a speaker. How can I look so beautiful, have such great energy, serve our country, serve my children, take on challenges? I don't know. I'm probably your biggest fan already.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you for everything. For Daymond on Demand, for this, everything. And look, this isn't even a plug, but if you don't have Daymond on Demand and you're on this live, it has helped my business so much. I have to say it because it's the truth. It really has.
make sure you apply to Black Entrepreneurs Day. Go on now, because you can win $25,000 a grant. We don't want any of your business. We want to give you the money.
That's so wonderful. Thank you so much. I will.
Thank you so much. All right.
All right.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm telling you that much. She's military police. She looking cute and looking beautiful at 19. She will bayonet you quickly or use a stun gun, or I don't know what she gonna do. Don't judge a book by its cover. I tell you that much. Don't run up on her the wrong way. Thank God for our people and our people in the military. Thank God for moms. Anyway, thank God for you, and I appreciate you all. And I had a really great time with you. Thank God. Thank you for King Batch. Thank you for our young little brother who worked over at Puma. Thank you, Ruby, for what you're doing. Animal cruelty free. If you don't know, a lot of makeups, a lot of things that we have out there are cruel. You know, they test on animals and they just keep them there, and they hurt them. And that's a very ugly thing to do. And okay, I'm going to let you go. But you know what? Somebody just asked for something that you got to be careful what you ask for. They asked for a dad joke. Somebody just said, let's hear a dad joke. And let me see who said it. Let me see who said it, because I want to make sure that you point the finger at that person. Let's hear a dad joke. Moving Schools Forward said, let's hear a dad joke. And I was about to get off, but guess what? I have some dad jokes here I wrote down. So get ready to roll your eyes and act like you don't like them, and then you use them for the rest of the week on your family. All right. I lost my job at the bank on the first day. A woman asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over. All right. Why did the invisible man turn down the job offer? He couldn't see himself doing it. No. I kind of like that. I liked it at first when it was coming out, but maybe I just didn't nail the punchline. What's brown and sticky? A stick. All right, goodbye.